Did you ever wonder why New York City's architecture is as diverse as its population? Let's journey back in time to the 17th century, when New Amsterdam, now known as New York City, was a Dutch colonial town. The Dutch settlers brought with them the architectural style of their homeland, which was characterized by steeply pitched roofs, asymmetrical layouts, and large central chimneys. These elements were practical for the harsh winters of the Netherlands and were incorporated into the homes they built in their new settlement. As we move into the 18th century, the city, now under English rule and renamed New York, began to see the influence of Georgian architecture. Named after the four King Georges of England, this style was notably more symmetrical and grand. Buildings were often made of red brick, with multi-paned windows, and decorative embellishments such as columns and pediments. By the early 19th century, the federal style began to flourish. This was an American architectural movement born from the desire to establish a national identity distinct from European styles. Despite its name, the federal style was not limited to government buildings. It was also popular for homes, which featured simple, symmetrical designs, often with a focus on geometric balance. The influence of European settlers on New York's early architectural style cannot be understated. They brought with them the architectural knowledge of their homelands, adapting and transforming it to suit their new environment. This fusion of styles created a unique architectural language that set the stage for the eclectic mix of buildings we see in New York today. So the foundation of New York's architecture was laid by European settlers who brought their architectural styles from their homeland. They planted the seeds of diversity that would blossom over the centuries into the architectural melting pot that is New York City. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the evolution of this fascinating city's architecture in the next scenes. Moving into the late 19th and early 20th century, New York's architecture saw a vertical shift. But why did this happen? Let's take a step back to 1870. The Equitable Life Building sprang up in the heart of New York, standing tall at 7 stories. It may not seem like much by today's standards, but back then, it was an architectural marvel, the first office building to use elevators. This building marked the onset of the skyscraper era. As we moved into the 20th century, the city's landscape began to transform rapidly. The scarcity of land, coupled with the city's growing population and booming economy, created a unique challenge. The solution? Build up. In 1902, the Flatiron Building made its debut, a triangular tower cutting a striking figure against the city's skyline. At 20 stories high, it was one of the tallest buildings of its time, a testament to human ingenuity and the possibilities of architectural design. The race to the sky didn't stop there. In 1913, the Woolworth Building, a neo-Gothic masterpiece, claimed the title of the world's tallest building. With its stunning terracotta facade and ornate lobby, it was more than just a building. It was a symbol of New York's economic power. Then came the iconic Empire State Building in 1931. Soaring above the city at a staggering 102 stories, it held the world record for the tallest building for nearly 4 decades. The Empire State Building wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a beacon of hope during the Great Depression, a symbol of human resilience and ambition. Advancements in technology, like the invention of the elevator and the scarcity of land, drove this vertical growth. The city had to adapt, and adapt it did, by reaching for the sky. Thus, skyscrapers became the new norm, shaping the skyline of New York City as we know it today. The towering giants of steel and glass stand as a testament to the city's architectural evolution, a symbol of New York's relentless drive and determination. Post-World War II, New York's architecture underwent another transformation. But what sparked this change? The answer lies in the international style, a major architectural trend of the mid-20th century that emphasized function over form and the use of modern materials like steel and glass. Its influence is clearly seen in the United Nations headquarters, constructed between 1948 and 52. This iconic building, with its sleek lines and glass curtain walls, is a testament to the ethos of the international style. embodying the spirit of unity and cooperation in its design. But the architectural scene in New York was far from static. As we moved into the 1960s and 70s, we saw the rise of modernism and brutalism. Modernist designs, characterized by clean lines and a rejection of ornate detailing, sprouted across the city. Brutalism, on the other hand, is known for its raw, unrefined concrete structures that make no attempt to disguise their heavy, imposing nature. These styles marked a sharp departure from the international style, taking the focus on function to a whole new level. Yet, the architectural evolution didn't stop there. As we rolled into the 1980s and 90s, postmodernism started to make its mark on the city's skyline. Postmodernist buildings, with their eclectic mix of historical and contemporary elements, injected a sense of whimsy and playfulness into the serious business of architecture. They rejected the rigid rules of modernism, instead embracing ornamentation and color. From then on, New York's architecture continued to evolve, reflecting the city's dynamic spirit. From the international style to postmodernism, each architectural wave left its unique imprint on the city, shaping not just its skyline, but also the way we think about and interact with the built environment. And as we look to the future, we can only wonder what new architectural wonders will grace the city of New York. As we look forward, what does the future hold for New York's architecture? One might ask. The answer: a continued evolution, where the past informs the future and innovation leads the way. Currently, two main trends are shaping New York's architectural landscape: green buildings and adaptive reuse. The former is a response to our growing environmental awareness, with architects designing buildings that are energy efficient and sustainable. Think rooftops adorned with solar panels, walls sporting vertical gardens, and windows that maximize natural light. On the other hand, adaptive reuse sees the city repurposing its older buildings, giving them new life and purpose. It's a nod to the city's rich architectural history, while also addressing modern needs. New projects are popping up all over the city, each one a testament to New York's architectural prowess and commitment to progress. New York's architectural journey continues, promising more